What's up everybody? My name's Chris. I'm a reseller on Amazon and eBay, and in today's video I want to walk you through how I use TurboLister. By no means am I an expert on this. I've been using it for about 6 months now, so I only know what I know, but I'm going to walk through how I list books on Amazon using TurboLister. I hope you enjoy, hope you get some value out of this, but let's get into the content here. So this is kind of, if you're not familiar with TurboLister, this, what you see here is kind of the home screen. That's it. It's all right there. So the first thing you're going to want to do if you're listing is, there's a few things. One, like I'm not going to go through all the setup of it. So you should do that first. There's some other videos out there in terms of getting the printer and all that set up. Let's assume it's kind of set. Maybe you haven't done a shipment yet, but it's at least set up to start working, which there really isn't a lot. It's literally just setting the printer up so that works, and go into menu here, SKU settings, and figure out how you want the SKU. So what this means is when you list an item, it's going to use that custom SKU using these prerequisites. Did I get that? Anyway, I want to know what I listed it at to see what my repricer's doing. I want to know the condition I listed it in and the sales rank. COGS makes sense in a lot of situations, but for us, it's weird in a sense because we're buying in bulk. So our COGS isn't, because we already own the book. So we don't really mess with that a whole lot, but it would make sense if you did. I also don't really care so much when I listed it. I'll know that based on this custom SKU, because it's actually going to also include this up here. So I make sure that whatever you put up in this little corner here will be on it as well. So this tells me that this is on VV12 and it's books, but you can title that whatever you want. So like the last shipment I did from this place was titled 11, but now today I'm listing it 12 because this is a new order. So we're going to go VV12 on this one. And the reason I put books here is because I use Sellerboard, and in there you can search custom SKUs. So if I'm sending in toys or grocery, I want to be able to filter it. So I can just type in books. It'll bring up all the books. Or if I can type in toys or grocery or what have you. So that's why I do that. Here you're going to want your tax code. So we charge tax. So I make sure that's just as a generic tax. I have my SKU in here that I'm using, and I have my printer set up. The other thing you'll notice here are notes. So I set up notes ahead of time. So if we're doing library books or if we're doing acceptable or what have you, so I don't have to write a custom note each and every time. It's already in there. So that you can set up in the menu as well. So menu, key things you're going to want to do first is the SKU. Set up the SKU the way you want it, and then set up your notes and then your printer. So those are the kind of the first things you're going to want to do. And when you first go to list, you're going to go to batch. And actually, very quick, I'm going to take this, copy, paste, because we're doing a brand new batch now. You see the last one, I did 11 on my other computer, so that's why it's not there. So we're going to go here. So this is what you're going to see in your FBA shipments page, the name of the shipment, and this is the SKU prefix we want to use, and enter. So there's a whole bunch of different workflows, which is essentially the order in which you do everything in. Like if you want to grade the books, then price it or what have you. For me, I like to sort the books, grade, scan, and price. So workflow C works for me. And then you could set up your COGS and target price and all that kind of stuff here. And you can see this is where you put the condition of the book, right? So get my cursor up there so it's all good to go. And then I just need to plug in, I should have had this ready. I got to plug in my scanner. This part could be interesting. We're always losing the cords for the scanner. All right, sorry, I had to take a minute there to find this cable, which I have found. I'm gonna turn this on too for my audio. All right, we're good. So found the cable and the scanner. So this is the Bluetooth scanner that I'm using. I could technically use USB, like a Bluetooth connection, but to be honest, I like having the cable attached because I drop it a lot and it actually catches it and it kind of dangles. So I feel like it's a bit of a preventative thing for me. So I'm just gonna plug this in the computer and then we can get listing. All right, we're back. So let's do this. So as I pick the books, I am gonna do a quick kind of look through, make sure there's nothing that I missed. So I found a couple pieces of paper in this one, and so it's good condition book. I very rarely will go very good. Typically just good is all I'll do. And maybe to get you guys a better angle, I'll turn this down just to kind of see this part of the process. So this book, Learning to Listen. So I see that in there. There's some right in there, but this is like borderline. It's like if I'm ever unsure, you know, I'll put it as acceptable. It automatically makes my note, which is nice, and then I just scan that guy there. It'll find it here. So this guy here, we're gonna price it at, so it's in acceptable condition. Like our whole goal is to move these quick. So my cost on this was $4, so $12. So I'll take that any day of the week. We're aggressive in our pricing. I know there's probably a lot of people out there that would always trying to maximize their profits, which makes perfect sense. But for us, we're all about getting cash flow back. And if I can turn $4 into $12, I'm gonna do that every day of the week. The rank on it isn't super good. The condition is okay, so I feel comfortable to price this a little bit lower. So put that in the box, and then it's really just kind of the more of the same. So it's looking at the condition of the book. This book, again, I would say acceptable. You see, I don't know if you can see here, pages, not so great. Try to straighten those out a little bit. But overall, I'd say this is just acceptable condition. So go here, scan. Let's just take that, boom. Now I'm not always going to be the lowest price. I actually typically like to be kind of in the middle, but it really depends on the condition of the book and how often it sells. So this book, I would say, is good condition. Everything looks good, so we'll just scan that guy. We'll take, boom. And what I'm using is a Dymo Label Writer 450. It's just printing off these tags for me. Actually, probably show you over printing off these guys. Placing them over the barcode on the back, like so. And away it goes. So that is literally it, guys. Like it's that simple. Once I've get all these listed, and there's 60, 70 books here, so I'm obviously not going to go through these one by one in this way, but it's just a matter of click and ship. And there's a prompt that just lets you know how much profit you're going to make and the average sales rank and stuff like that. And then personally, like, you can do the whole process in TurboLister, but after I click ship and I tell them to make the shipment, I close the program down and I go to Seller Central. I like to do as much as I can within Seller Central just to keep myself up to date with the program, how it works. any tweaks they've made. I like to be in the know of it. So I try to work on Seller Central as much as I can. So make the shipment, tell them it's all good, and then hop over to Seller Central just to finish it, to finalize it the way you would normally. Hope you find some value in this video. Keep crushing it and stay real.